What's good, family? We're gonna cut the intro music. We're just gonna go right into it. Um, Hope everyone is having a blessed Sunday. Of course, this is your boy Jared O'Leary Green with another Southern Baller show. Of course, I have my usual colleagues on the panel. Coach 67 Sports TV, what's going on?
I'm blessed and favored on this blessed Sunday afternoon. How y'all gentlemen doing?
Can't complain. Can't complain at all.
Right. Same with me, Coach and Jared, man, and just ready to talk some ball and some whatever sports that happen. We're gonna talk about this Sunday, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I see everybody coming in. Desmond Allen, appreciate you, brother. Jada Six, appreciate you, brother, man. Brother Brent Fox, he said, salute brothers on the move, listening, still supporting. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate everybody that's coming in. Make sure you hit the like button, share, subscribe. Appreciate everyone. Thank you, thank you. Let's go into it. The UFL first. I know we got some boxing to talk about. Little bit of UFC. Ronda Rousey. Maybe her comeback and maybe her last fight. But we will talk about that. But let's go into the UFL, man. So those who don't know, we track the UFL on this show because we love football, right? So the football has been quality. So if y'all not paying attention or watching, y'all missing out. There's only 2 weeks left, week 9 and week 10. Okay? So week 8, the Orlando Storm beat the Dallas Renegade 31-24. I know Brent Fox is pissed. My Louisville Kings beat the DC Defenders 33-30. Now, the Louisville Kings were at one time one of the worst teams in the UFL, but they've been storming back. So they're 4-4 and possibly may qualify to play into the championship if they win out. Houston Gamblers beat.
You mean playoffs?
I don't think they have a playoffs. Correct me on that, JB. Are they having the playoffs?
I think they have like a either a conference game, a conference. You might be running a conference championship game on each of both of the conference, and then the winner of both of those conference playing the UFL championship.
Yeah, I don't think they don't have enough teams to do playoffs, so I think they're gonna do what the first thing you said. They're gonna have a conference championship, and then they're gonna play. Whoever wins play each other in the UFL championship. But like I was saying, the Houston Gamblers beat St. Louis 23-16, and then Birmingham Stallions beat the Columbus Aviators 14-3. And here are the standings so far. So Orlando Storm is 6-2. St. Louis Battlehawks is 5-3. DC Defenders is 5-3. Birmingham Stallions is 4-4. Louisville Kings is 4-4. Dallas Renegade is 3-5. Houston Gamblers are also 3-5, and unfortunately, the Columbus Aviators are 2-6. So that P right there you see beside Orlando Storm, they clinched playoffs. So they are going to have the playoffs. Okay. Or playoff. Okay.
Yeah, I thought so because I think they did that last year. Where they had I think it's like a 14 bracket, and the winner goes to the championship.
Okay.
I gotta read up on that how they're gonna do it this year. Since the two UFL and the XFL merged.
Yeah. Coach, what's your? I know you just at first you wasn't watching, but from what I'm hearing you or what you told me, you watched a couple of games. What's your thoughts?
Truthfully speaking, it's something to watch, but I don't know what it is. It's like every time, you and I talked the other night, when we had the Fanatics, and I sat down to watch a little bit, but I don't know what it is. It's like even when I'm chilling and I got some downtime for the weekend, every time a UFL game come on, either somebody need me to do something, I have a prior obligation. So I like to sit and watch a little bit, but I really didn't get to really sit and watch, if that makes sense. So
Right.
I saw a little bit of it, but I really didn't get to watch. And then even yesterday, I had a graduation dinner to attend because the pastor at our church's granddaughter, she graduated from Southern University's law school, and she
Okay,
graduated number one in her class. And so even yesterday, when it was time for me to watch yesterday, they had something going on, with me going to that. And then after that, I had to, since I was already on that end, I had to vote. And then I had some other errands to run, and I came back and I didn't have it was not it. I think it had went on by the time I really got a chance to really sit and watch. So I'm like, dang. So
Okay. It's all good. Hey, what's going on, Sister Ashley? Ashley Rhodes. She said, "Hey y'all, appreciate you, sister, for coming by, checking
Yeah,
on us."
Jared. What's up, sister? It's a 2-round playoff. It's like 2-round playoffs, and then it's gonna be a championship from what I read.
Okay.
No, yeah, 2-round postseason, and the semifinals will take place on Sunday, June 7th, and then the UFL championship Saturday, June 13th.
Okay. And then you were right. Okay. Well, that's cool. So I'm hoping my Louisville Kings can win out because they had a rough start, but they're fighting their way back. So if they can win out these 2 games, then they can qualify for the playoff.
Hey man, uh, Alabama Stallions is coming back, man. They was
You mean
just like they were
Birmingham?
having Birmingham. I'm sorry, Birmingham Stallions is coming back. They started DTR. When they started DTR, they started winning. And anybody don't know who DTR is? DTR was the dude that played.
Dorian Thompson Robinson. Yeah, and you cut out, JB.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I can hear you now.
Yeah. So he had a good. He didn't have a good goal at it in Cleveland. DTR. But he's playing good football, man. He was just dicing them boys up in Columbus today, and he looked like what he did in the preseason games I used to watch when he was in Cleveland, man. The dude everybody was excited for. So shout out to DTR, and it's gonna be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Watching UFL in these past couple of weeks. See if they make the playoffs.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting, man. So y'all, we got 2 games left. So let's go ahead and make our early predictions, or 2 weeks left, I should say. Yeah, so basically, all right, 2 games left technically. So week 9, we got DC Defenders versus Orlando Storm. JB, who you got?
Orlando.
I got Orlando too.
What's DC record? I know they were the past couple of years they were the champion. I believe.
DC, and let me open up another tab because I have to exit out the tab that we're currently on. But DC they're 5-3.
Okay, so DC is right in there. They not as dominant as they once was these last couple of years. So I know they used to have Matt Corral at quarterback, and I think they made a QB change because his play was up and down. So I don't know if that dude from Ole Miss is still playing.
Jordan Tamu.
Tamu, yeah,
He got hurt yesterday. Jordan Tamu.
So who was their quarterback?
I'm forgetting his name, but I can't recall. But yeah, he wasn't. He had to sit on the bench because he was hurt.
Interesting. Okay. So I have to tune in and defend the DC defenders to see how they look without Tamu. But Orlando, man, Orlando has the coach that used to play for coach for the Stallions last year. He is the coach over there in Orlando now. Okay. I'm blanking on his name, Hispanic brother, I believe. I think he used to be a tight end in the NFL, but yeah, Orlando is good, but their defense is iffy. They got a good offense, but their defense is alright, so they can be scored up on. So that's gonna be a good game.
It's gonna be a good game. Salute family in chat. Jay Barr, appreciate you coming by. And Big Joseph Townsend said salute to the family. We'll jump on a little bit. No problem, man. Appreciate you. Take your time. But yeah, I agree. I got Orlando Storm. Next game on week 9 is Birmingham Stallions versus Columbus Aviators.
Oh, Aviators, man. Even though we got love for Ted Ginn Jr., man. I think the Stallions gonna be too much for him, man.
I agree. I like Ted Ginn Jr., but I don't think they're gonna beat the Stallions either. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the Stallions is playing. They're clicking on what they want to do on offense, and they play pretty good defense. So, it's just this year they couldn't get their offense going. They tried to find a quarterback, and I think DTR is their quarterback, and I think DTR matches what they want to do. So I think the Stallions are gonna be too much for Columbus.
Okay. Brent. So we're gonna get Brent Fox's Dallas Renegade versus my Louisville Kings. So I'm picking Louisville Kings. We got Cam Gill is the league's leading the league in sacks. So I think he's gonna continue to build on that. I believe they beat the Dallas Renegade before, but I got the Kings.
Man, Kings gonna be the dog shit out their ass out of Dallas, man. Because like I said, man, I don't think. Yeah, Dallas has just been up and down. Where they play some good football for like a half, and then second half is like they just fall to shit, man. I don't know what's going on with Dallas, man.
Yeah, and I like their wide receiver core, but I don't know what's going on. And then St. Louis Battlehawks versus Houston Gamblers.
Battlehawks.
We all going with Battlehawks on that one. They're definitely going Battle Hogs. But yeah, man, this was I think this was just their second year of the UFL, man. Overall, JB, what's your opinion on the league? Just for the second year, is it quality football? You think it will continue to be here in the spring in the years to come? You think the Rock Johnson will have enough capital or money to continue to push it forward? Because this has been like me, you, Brent Fox, Joseph Townsend. We like what we're seeing now. We can pick apart like some of the D-line play, the quarterback play with that dude Reed from Dallas, from the Renegades. It's been hard to watch, but overall we can nitpick that, and then the there's not enough people in the stands. A lot of people will nitpick that, but overall it's been good football to me.
Man, and I want you to revisit this question when after the season too, when the championship game has been played. I think so far it has been a pretty good product as far as football. Nothing is going to beat you like HBCU football, Power Five football, like that. Like what we enjoy to watch, like what our show is basically based off, well, built on. You know what I'm saying? But as far as people just complaining about they not getting football, it does the job if you just want to see a football game, man, and it should hold you. And then we got the European League that I caught, a couple of games, I think the Galaxy or something like that. Not the Orlando Galaxy, but you had the Prague Lions or something like that. But we'll get into that. We'll have to watch a couple of games to get the teams' names and stuff. But shout out to Emery Hunt. He put us up on that. But as far as the UFL, I think, man, so they just need to keep building on what they're doing this year. Get more talent, man. The people who are, to get cut that's on the practice squad. People that want to play, people who are fresh out of college, and, just like, the HBCU players that don't get a chance, opportunity to get drafted, pick them up. You know what I'm saying? Or the smaller schools, around the country that everybody is looking over, man. Get that talent. Maybe somebody from the Canadian Football League that's not, that's over there that's maybe not getting the time or, is on the bench. Just don't get, try not to get people who that's not good, like Paxton Lynch. You remember a couple of years ago they had tried to get Paxton Lynch? He was not a football player, man, at all. Yeah, he need to be up here with us doing what we doing. You know what I'm saying? He was a
Right.
good quarterback for Memphis, but it was obvious that he wasn't on that level of football player. He couldn't read defenses at all. But he got picked number 1 overall. So they need to stay away from guys like that, like a Nathan Peterman or something. You know what I'm saying?
Stay away from dudes like that. Exactly right.
But other than that, hey, I've been loving what I've seen, man. So keep going. And as far as money, man, who knows, man? If the Rock got to pull the plug on this a couple of years now because people ain't supporting, it's our fault because, like I said, we bitch and complain about not having football, and then when you get football to hold you over till college start, hell, high school football start and college start, you don't watch it. So it is what it is.
Yes, sir. And thank you for reminding me. The European Football Alliance started their league yesterday. So I watched some highlights of the Prague Lions versus Nordic Storm. So I think that's going to be I think this is going to be the new era of the Euro League. Okay, we'll definitely, like you said, we'll definitely keep our eyes on that. So thank you for bringing that up, JB.
No problem.
But yes, sir, I agree. This is we like Big Joe put it in the comment section. We have no excuse. He said the ones criticizing the UFL are the same ones who will complain about the Titans versus the Cardinals on Thursday Night Football. Facts. Ain't nobody want to see that. But when football season, I just want to watch some football. Well,
didn't even make honorable mention in when they used to play in high school, talking shit.
Right. What up, so pal?
Peace, good brothers. How y'all doing today?
Blessed and highly favored, bro. How you doing?
Oh man, I'm solid. I'm here whooping this road like the early 1990s whooping. You feel me?
I hear you.
Hey, was so pal, you up on the UFL?
I mean, I've seen it occurs, you know what I'm saying? Nothing to where I could really add no value to this conversation.
We got you.
Okay, so you pretty much like coach. But yeah, well, it's all good, man. Just wanted to see if you want to have some input to put toward it. But yeah, man. But if you ever want to, and I've been telling Coach So Power, if you ever want to sit down and watch some football, man, UFL will quench your thirst.
Until NFL comes.
Is the UFL an arena football league? Is that something different, or is one by enough?
So the Arena Football League folded a couple of years ago. The UFL is basically the USFL that tried to come back 2 years ago, and the XFL that Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson tried to bring back 2 years ago as well.
Okay.
It's combined. So they said the owner of the USFL and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson combined the leagues, and now that's how we got the UFL. And the first season was last year, and then this year is the second season. The first year was decent football, was a little rocky, but this year they made big strides forward. You could tell they took their time recruiting, getting quality players that was on practice squads or actually played in the NFL before, or good talent from colleges. So this is, in me and JB and Brent and Big Joe's opinion, is good quality on the field. Not perfect, but it's good.
No doubt. Where can I check out one of these games? Is it a website or maybe on any major networks?
Yes, sir. So mostly you will see them, and if you look at the screen, they'll be on Fox, ABC, Fox 1, ESPN 2. If you can't catch them live, slowly but surely they are uploading games on Tubi. Okay, so you can. They're probably going to end up uploading all the games from this season after the season is over on Tubi. But if you miss like a couple of games from week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, stuff like that, you can watch it on Tubi.
No doubt. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yes, sir. But yeah, we just wanted to get our conversation on you. Yeah, man, we're supporters of the UFL on here, man, because we like football. So people bitch and complain. Well, I'm trying to minimize the cursing, but people cry and complain about there's nothing to watch. They miss football. When things like UFL come along, they don't support it. And that's what ignores people like me, JB, Big Joe, Brent. Get behind this stuff so y'all ass have something to watch while we're waiting for the NFL or college football to come.
But especially if you're not like Coach, where Coach, he's at all the Southern events and stuff, so he's busy. I can understand Coach, and I can understand, grown with soul. He doing shit that all of us should be doing. He growing shit. But people who is really like football heads, bro, you ain't got no excuse, bro.
Facts.
Yeah, man. If it ain't boxing, I ain't really catching too many sports. I ain't watched the NBA game this season. I'm gonna do my best to try to watch some NFL, but boy, since that Kaepernick, I kind of really disconnected from football, bro. I'm talking about that did a number for me. Like, I was standing in solidarity with the brother, and I've been trying to watch maybe about 3 games since. But man, I don't know. It's something in my spirit that be growing. I'm like, nigga, you ain't supposed to be watching this.
Right, I hear. It's just that we got these young brothers, man. These brothers out here, football is their only way out. And when you been in that environment, like BJB, Brent Fox, especially playing high school football in Texas, Coach being in another football dominated state in Louisiana, and then on the West Coast, Big Joe actually playing in Cali, and then being one of the most highly touted defensive linemen coming out of California. I mean, it's not easy to pull away from. So, but I definitely hear you.
Oh yeah, no doubt. I'm gonna watch my Saints this year though.
Yeah, Kaepernick, and then I hear you, and brother, and I respect brothers who take their stand. Hey man, do what you got to do. But once Kaepernick settle out of court, he got his money from the NFL. He good, then I'm good. So he good, man.
Right.
His lawsuit he had.
But let's go ahead and talk about boxing, man. So Keyshawn Davis had a rematch with Nair Albright. I ain't gonna talk about his brother's fight. I fell asleep on that fight. But Nair Albright pretty much got outclassed. Keyshawn Davis missed weight again, but he was able to dominate Albright. I give Albright this; he got a chin on him. I give him that. But yeah, he had no business being in there with Keyshawn Davis for the second time. That's what it looked as far as the fight, what I saw yesterday. Thoughts on that fight?
I just think that like the general said yesterday during the live, I think they need all that beef they had, they can move past it now. You know what I'm saying? The first fight, it was a draw. People say it was controversial, but really Albright is the type of fighter that if you're not on the game, he'll make it ugly, and you'll end up like Frank Martin, where he catch you with something. You know what I'm saying? Because he's awkward. So, Davis did a good job. He did a good job staying sharp, being a faster fighter. He was good with his feints. And after you could see in the first round, and the general said this yesterday too, and I saw it too. In the first round, he kind of got what Albright was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? As far as what I'm saying, come close, hold a little bit, trying to catch him with a hook, one of them awkward ass hooks he got that called Frank Martin. Once he got his Albright timing, man, it was pretty much over.
Okay. And I hear echo from you, JB.
My fault.
No problem. J6 said Albright versus Keyshawn was weird to watch. Yeah. It wasn't weird. It's just that Albright makes the fight look awkward, but Keyshawn, like JB said, eventually got Albright's timing, and it was pretty much made Albright look like he wasn't supposed to be in there with him. 50% of it was just clutching and judo tossing each other. Yeah, it was a lot of clutching. Yeah. Coach, what was your thoughts on the fight if you watched it?
Honestly, you said you don't think it was weird. It was a little weird to me. First of all, him missing weight. I'm like, dude, why not just move up the welterweight if you're gonna constantly miss weight? It's like, come on, bro. Like, from a fan's perspective, I can't speak from being an actual fighter, but from a fan's perspective, but it's extremely unprofessional of you to constantly miss weight. You know what I'm saying? So if you trying to squeeze down to a weight class that you could no longer physically make weight for, maybe your ass just need to move up the welterweight. I mean, Keyshawn, he had a decent performance. I felt like Albright didn't fight as well as he did the first time they fought, but it was weird from the standpoint of just watching Keyshawn just storm down. I'm like, what the hell is this? So that was kind of weird to me. But other than that, I want to see Keyshawn step up in caliber fighter. Clearly, Bob Arum in Top Rank does not have confidence in him fighting and beating elite level fighters. So at the end of the day, it's gonna be interesting to see if once he gets in the ring with somebody of the ilk of Shakur Stevenson or Devin the Dream Haney or even Brian Norman Jr. What would he do if he fought that caliber fighter?
Okay. So Power, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree. The fight wasn't very entertaining. Albright, he's an awkward boxer. I will give Keyshawn props with the foot feints and not allowing Albright to get off first. And that's what Albright to do. He wanted to work inside. Keyshawn clinched a lot early in those earlier rounds. Then once he got his time in the distance, he started throwing those flurries. It was. I was kind of dozing off to it, to be honest. But it was an all right fight. Albright, he's a good, decent fighter, but he definitely didn't belong in the ring, with those guys. He's a good journeyman boxer. But, a guy like Keyshawn, I'm changing this name from Keyshawn the businessman to Keyshawn the unemployment line man, Davis, because this nigga is the furthest thing from a businessman. Goddamn, this is unemployment line mentality. Goddamn, this nigga right here. Yeah, man, unemployment line mentality. All the talent in the world, but I honestly can see his career going down a path similar to an Adrian Broner, or somebody of that ilk, where this guy has all the talent in the world. He's missing something upstairs. You can see it. I even saw it in the ring last night. I'm like, this dude is one alcoholic drink away from having one of those what if stories, and hell of a talent. But man, he needed a father to give him some direction, because I don't really have to. I'm not too high on the dude. Hell of a talent, but yeah, I'll never purchase one of his fights unless he fighting one of my guys. And I would love to see him in there with the likes of like an Abdullah Mason or something. You know what I'm saying? I think that's gonna be one of those future entertainment fights if he makes it to that elite level. Because I just think that he's gonna end up having some type of mental lapse, or he's gonna suffer a devastating loss to somebody he shouldn't, and his career is gonna spiral downward. That's my thoughts on it.
Okay. And we're gonna talk about the Brian Norman Jr. fight. Thank you, J Bar. I wanted to get the Keyshawn Davis fight out of the way. Ronnie Shields said it was a scale malfunction for both Norman Jr. and K. Davis. Okay. Jay the Six said one of the announcers was funny as hell, saying, "We know Keyshawn isn't going to fight Shakur." And Jay the Six said, "I don't." Yeah, that's definitely facts. I do want a unification in that weight class as well. Okay. Look who joined us, Big Joseph Townsend, Mr. Old Hillside Bourbon Company. What's going on, man?
What's good with y'all? Salute to the family. I see we got my dog Construction Cuz up here, Soul Power. You dig what I'm saying?
Oh, mama.
Yes, sir. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Bless you, how you doing, Big Joe?
Chilling, man.
Hey, man, just marinating and maintaining. You dig what I'm saying?
Already.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But Big Joe, since you're on, what was your thoughts? Let's go ahead and get the Keyshawn Davis fight out the way. What was your thoughts on the fight?
Y'all been up here cooking with catfish grease. You know, y'all done said everything, but I will add to it that, you know, I'm not giving him too much credit for this fight because this is not the fight that he's supposed to have. You know, nobody wanted to see him fight Albright. Nobody was asking for it. Top Rank wanted to see it for whatever reason, because I guess they feel like he's not ready. You know, so you can't call out everybody in the world and then say, well, I tried to fight everybody, but Top Rank made me fight Albright. So then in that case, then you shouldn't be talking about fighting anybody. You should listen to what Bob Arum say, you know, and just, as The Rock would say, know your role and shut your mouth. Because you're doing all this talking about who you want to fight when you know damn well Bob Arum, a.k.a. he got a good heart. He ain't going to put you in the ring with nobody if you ain't ready. So if he believed in you like that, you would have fought Devin Haney. You know, you would have fought a Frank Martin already, you know. So we'll see. I would love to see him fight a Brian Norman. They're both at Top Rank. That should be an easy fight to make. He's struggling to make 140. It took him to his third attempt for him to make weight. So, you know, moving to 147 should be easy for him. So Brian Norman had a showcase last night. He looked great. You know, so I want to see him against Brian Norman. You know, that'll be a good way to see where he at right now. We see where Brian Norman was at. He fought Devin Haney. We need to see where Keyshawn is at. So anybody can have all the talent in the world. All the talent sound good to you, until the light starts shining bright. You know, everybody's an All-American, you know, until kickoff. So, but it was an okay fight. You know, he did what he was supposed to do. You know, he was levels above Albright. So I'm not surprised by anything. You know, but all this DB3 stuff is more like DB1 because other brothers, they just don't seem to have it. So they might want to just be security for Keyshawn and, just keep it moving. But other than that, I want to see Keyshawn Davis versus my man, Mr. ATL himself, Brian Norman Jr. I want to see him fight next. That'll be a phenomenal fight.
DT1 is for real because the other brother that fought, how you got that length and that and never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. So yeah, DT1 for real. But speaking of Brian Norman, and thanks, a good segue into that, Big Joe. Brian Norman Jr. looked fantastic against a journeyman on his fight back from unanimous decision lost against Devin Haney. almost getting knocked out within the second round, but he kept his composure and but still got outboxed by Devin Haney. So yesterday was his comeback fight against Josh Wagner, who had like he threw his shoulder out and all that. You felt that power of Brian Norman Jr. You ain't want no part of it. So, but Brian Norman Jr. looked great. So, is the assassin back, fellas? Coach, I'm gonna go with you first.
Yeah, I think he's back as long as he's not fighting Devin the Dream Haney. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, if Devin the Dream Haney wasn't in the welterweight division, I would easily say that Brian Norman Jr. was the best fighter in the division. You know, of course, Jerron Bruce Ennis moved up to junior middleweight or super welterweight, whatever you want to call it, either or. So he moved up, and you know, Devin the Dream Haney. Essentially, when they fought, I felt like it was for who's the best fighter in the welterweight division, and Devin the Dream Haney clearly outclassed him. But outside of Devin the Dream Haney, I feel like Brian Norman Jr. is the best fighter in the welterweight division. Rolly, I ain't high on him. Of course, you know, Lion Ryan Garcia is a hype job and a scumbag piece of trash as far as I'm concerned. So at the end of the day, I definitely would like to see Keyshawn Davis fight against Brian Norman Jr., but I don't think Bob Arum in Top Rank would want to take that risk as far as I'm concerned.
You on mute, Jared?
Yeah, I was talking the whole time on mute. My apologies. So Power, what was your opinion on the performance of Brian Norman Jr.?
Yeah, man, he looked good. Looked very twitchy. That jab was lightning fast last night. I could tell he's been working on that lateral movement over there with Shields because his stalking game. He was cutting off that ring on old Wagner. And yeah, Wagner didn't like that country strength right there. He got hit with that first hook and he was like, ah! So, I think he was definitely going to go night-night, and he bowed out as gracefully as he could, tried to make it seem like he was – I don't know what that ref was on. That first knockdown should have just been waved off. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, man, he looked good. He looked good. I want to see him in there with another mover, somebody of, you know, a higher skill set than Wagner. But I definitely believe he's back. And as far as Lil Kiki, he coming up to 47. I want to see him up against the juice to the gills, Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about that Ryan Garcia is so juiced up. He got them steroid pimples popping off his back. Yeah. That's the fight I want to see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna land with that. Yeah. That's a good fight right there. Make that happen. Make that happen. Yeah.
You mean the Ryan Garcia so juiced up that they didn't provide his body testing after his last fight? You mean that Ryan?
Yeah, that right. Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
I want the Ryan where he got what's that his training lover Warlock whatever. Yeah, that Ryan. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that's a good fight for me. That's a real good fight for sure. Shout out to you, little Kiki. Go ahead and get your little Ray fight on.
All right. Big Joe.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to Brian Norman. Man, he looked good. You know, Ronnie Shields, I believe he's definitely the perfect trainer for his style. Definitely the perfect trainer to bring out all his attributes and everything. His father got him to a point to where, you know, he just couldn't take him no further, you know, and sometimes you need a tutelage of somebody who is a veteran trainer, you know, when sometimes your coach can take you to the amateurs and take you to your first several fights. And after that, if you want to get to the elite level, you're going to need to get with somebody who's been there before, you know, and like they said in the broadcast, Um, what's his name? Brian Norman. He one of my favorite fighters is Evander Holyfield, and Ronnie Shields says, he's just like Evander, and Ronnie trained Evander, so there you go. He looked good. He looked sharp. He looked in shape. He looked fast. He looked real fast, real strong. He definitely looked better than when he fought when he fought over there in Japan. So he's definitely progressed. I'm interested to see, how much further Kenny goes. And the guy that he fought, the first knockdown, he was at 9 and he was still on the floor. So he should have been done after the first knockdown. But he acted like his shoulder was hurt, and whatnot. No, your shoulder wasn't hurt. It was your ego hurt. You were talking crazy all week. Everybody doubting you. You're gonna show you. You got your brother in there, teaching you. You had the feel good story that you stopped playing, that you stopped boxing, that when you were 6-0 and you went and did construction, and then your brother came and got you and brought you back, and this is meant to be, and then you went up against somebody who's the real deal, and then did all that. When you do all that talking, if y'all, when you play ball, you always got that one guy who do all that talking. Then when somebody score a touchdown on him, or he get a double team and get ran over, and they ain't got nothing else to say. They're just real quiet, and then they just be acting like ain't nothing happened. So that's pretty much what happened to Wagner. He just couldn't, he bowed out like a sucker. But yeah, for Brian Norman, I really think besides Devin Haney, he's definitely the best at 147. I believe he'll beat Barrios. I believe he'll beat Stanionis. I believe Brian Norman will beat Ryan Garcia, and I believe Brian Norman will dog walk Rolly Romero, so everybody talking about Devin Haney not having a fight. Who Rolly gonna fight? And who gonna pay him? You dig what I'm saying? So, is Rolly about to sign $100 million contract with Zuffa, or is he still stuck on Top Rank and they still penny pinching, bringing coupons and stuff, you see no folks who bring so many coupons, the store owe them money. You dig what I'm saying? So that's where Rolly's at right now. But yeah, I think Brian Norman, he's the truth. And I really hope that even though his father's not coaching him, he's still gonna listen to his father's guidance. So I hope his father is not hating and whatnot. So hopefully his father stay out the way, and let him keep progressing, because the son looked good. So shout out to Brian Norman Jr.
Y'all, you were right. You hit the nail right on the head. He looked strong. You know what I mean? He looked like he looked fast, man. So it didn't look like he was trying to kill himself to make weight. So it seems like the matchup with Ronnie Shields is a perfect fit for him. So hopefully the senior will just do what's best for his son. So I agree with that 100%.
Hey, Jared, can I add this to it?
Yes, sir.
I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly and Tank is working out a fight for 147. I'm just saying it now.
Why?
Because, that's PBC. They trying to keep it in-house, and, they trying to build a Tank name up. And, they got their little weird backstory, blah, blah, blah. They go to hand off to the belt. They want to make a Tank Davis a star.
Right. But then Tank knocked the shit out of Rolly when they fought. Knocked him out.
Yep.
Why we want to see that again? Oh man, if PPC do that
PPC
crap, man,
made a whole bunch of them. We don't want to see them fights.
True.
Man. Yeah,
they just made Keith Thurman versus Pandora. Who wanted to see that shit?
And everybody knew what was going to happen.
Damn. That Keith Thurman with the comb over and yeah.
Keith Thurman got the boo-boo Andrade treatment. You were picky with
facts,
your
but at least Boo Boo looked strong for 3 rounds. Keith Thurman went in there and he looked like he was standing there with a flute in his damn hands. I was screaming like I was Rocky's coach.
I hear you. Even though we both look better, but still, the old man got fed to the young bull because while those two fighters were still in their prime, they were penny pinching and not fighting who they should.
Who they were supposed to fight? Yeah.
Yeah. So they fed them to the young bull. So that I don't feel sorry for them.
Yeah, man. Man, Demetrius Andrade, what a disappointment. That dude had all the talent. And it all started when he backed out of that Charlo fight. After that, his career just sunk like a damn anchor. That
man, he had the style to beat Charlo. If Tony Hansen gave Charlo issues, Andrade damn sure was gonna give Charlo issues.
Oh, I think he would have beat him. I think he would have beat him,
bro.
Yeah.
You back out the fight the week of the fight, boy. Ooh, talk about dumbass.
Facts, man. And I see you, College 81. Appreciate you, man. He said, Jared, what up, my boy? What up, bro? Salute chat room. Coach 67 Sports TV. What up, my guy?
Salute to your family.
Coach, did I get to you yet? I know JB is next, but
no, you got to me already, bro.
Okay, JB on the Brian Norman Jr. fight, man. What's your thoughts on how he looked?
Hey, man, Brian looked straight, man. He looked like the brothers were saying, man. He looked fast. He looked explosive. He was using his jab. He had a game plan. He wasn't just going in there looking for the knockout. You know what I'm saying? He, setting up his punches. And I think he's a very dangerous fighter when he fights like that. So Ronnie Shields got him looking right. And as for old boy, man, Brian hit him so hard, boy. That brother was looking, man. He was in that corner. He was like, man, when he was down there in that corner, he was like, man, I'd rather go to the store and get some bread, man. Fuck this. So he thought of something quick, bro. He was like, man, my shoulder. Yeah, man, look. and then there's a somebody timestamp on, like, I think what was it? It was 1 second. On the Zone Boxing, somebody said timestamp 6:33. Brian Norman looked at the camera like, man, this dude faking. This just was so funny. Like, bro, but
hell yeah.
But that's what you're supposed to do with fighters like this, man. I'm proud of him. That's what you're supposed to do. The hell with all that. Everybody got a story. You know what I'm saying? And especially if you ain't backing up, you ain't going out like a dog. You know what I'm saying? We've seen fighters fight with, broken orbital bones and a broken hand and stuff like that. You talking about your shoulder, bro. He ain't want no more of that. He looking for a way out after all that shit you talk. So he ain't had nothing for that boy. So congrats to Brian Norman.
Congrats to Brian Norman. Brent Fox said, I never seen a nigga call in sick in a fight. I ain't.
Bro.
Whoa, that was crazy.
Hey, Wagner about to be walking around with a fake shoulder injury for the next month, so his family don't look at him crazy.
Oh, yeah.
He got to.
He got his arm in a sling and everything.
He got
doing physical therapy. Wait. God damn. Boy. Even his brother was looking at him like, nah, hell no. He was looking at his brother like, throw in the towel. Bro. Even the ref was like, get your bitch ass up.
That's probably what the referee did to count him out. He said, man, ain't nothing wrong with your ass. Matter of fact, fight continues.
Like, no, get up, ain't nothing
That
wrong
shit
with
was
you.
pitiful.
He
That
said,
was pitiful.
Jay, you said he ain't, nigga, you ain't getting Tyson Fury treatment. Get up.
Facts.
Yeah. Hey, that's like when you pop your kids and you barely touch them and they fall. Like, get them before I give you something really to cry about.
Right.
Fact.
Yeah, man. But that dude ain't want no more. But shout out to Brian Norman. It's gonna be interesting to see where he goes from here, on who he fights next. But this was a great comeback fight for him. Also, I know maybe we're gonna bring it up in before the fight, but Boots versus Xander Zayas on the fly. Who y'all got? I'm going with you, Soul Pal.
I got Boots. 9 rounds to 3 or 8-4. But I just believe he's a superior talent. His tool bag is too big, too much speed. He's just gonna go in there and show him what that Black American boxer looks like. Xander is a quick Puerto Rican. He's a big boy, but I've never been high on the guy. Like, to be honest, it's like looking at your boy from Cuba, the boy that just got knocked out last week. Like, I'm not really high on
David Morrell, yeah.
Yeah, David Morrell. I look at like same caliber of fighter. You know, these guys are different hues. Man, they get some beautiful narratives placed for them. You know what I mean? But you talk about like our elite guys, they got to go through fire and brimstone to be elevated. Even like the boy Bam Rodriguez, really good boxer. But I listen to the way that people talk about this guy, and it's like, oh, he's top 2 pound for pound. I'm like, nigga, where? Like, are you kidding me? Oh man, I wish we had Gary Russell Jr. in his prime in these weight classes because he's washing all of these dudes. God, no. Yeah, that's I got Boots 9-3, 8-4, totally just outclassed him.
Okay. Big Joe.
Come back to me, fam.
I got you. Coach.
I agree with the brother Brown. So I think Jerron Boots Ennis is gonna get in there and he gonna have a very good performance. Now, you know, we spoke of the Tower and Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, the way he pretty much beat up on Keith one-time Thurman, who's clearly past his prime at this stage in his career. I want to see if the Tower and Inferno, Sebastian Fundora, if he's going to be chomping at the bit to fight the winner of this Xander Zayas, Jerron Boots in this fight. That's going to be very interesting to me. Even a Virgil Ortiz. Let's see him fight like a young bull that's comparable to him as opposed to fighting somebody like Keith Thurman who's a little bit past his prime at this point in his career.
Okay. JB.
Boots gonna be the dog shit out of Xander. Xander get hit too much, man. And he's tailor made for Boots. He stays in front of his opponent too much. He has quick hands, and he's quicker than most fighters. But then you got somebody like Boots, who's awkward, twitchy, got good footwork. And Xander pretty much, Boots pretty much, he's tailor made for Boots, man. He's tailor made for Boots. Xander gonna have to show me something, man. I don't see it.
All right. I agree with you 100%. Give my opinion real quick. I think that Boots may carry the fight for a little bit, give Xander some confidence, but he gonna finish him off in the later rounds. But we could be wrong. I don't know. Big Joe, you ready?
Yeah. I believe that Boots should win pretty easily. You know, Boots has a lot of talent. Boots is athletic. He has hand speed. He has some power. He's moving up. He's fighting at 154. So he said when he was at 147, he was only at 40% of his strength. So he should be at 100% of his strength, at 154. So one thing I will say, Xander is young. A lot of folks feel like he's fighting Boots too early, and I kind of agree with that. I think he needs a little more of a maturation, kind of get into his grown man strength and kind of get some more experience before he fights somebody like Boots. But hey, shout out him for actually taking on the challenge.
Right.
He's fighting Boots, and you got fighters at 140 who calling out everybody, knowing that they can't fight everybody. So shout out to Xander for actually calling somebody out and actually fighting them. Now the
Yeah.
only way
Big Joe, you cut out. You probably got a call or something.
can't hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
You hear me? My bad. Only way that Xander's gonna win is if he hit Boots with something, and we find out that Boots is chinny. We never seen Boots get hit before. Never seen him get walled before. We never seen him overcome adversity. We've seen him fight Karen. What was it? Twice. He fought Karen twice. And that was a tough fight for him. And then we seen Karen just get dog walked yesterday. So has his level of competition prepared him for a guy like Xander? For sure, absolutely. But until you get hit before, you don't know what kind of merit you have. So if Xander hit him with some hot stuff, and then Boots' legs start wobbling, and we might see something different. But I think Boots should style loan Xander. So I think it should be, if he doesn't stop him in the 11th round, I think we'll go to the cards, and I think Xander may win maybe 2 rounds, but should be an easy fight for Boots.
Hey, should Boots get the credit for this fight?
Yeah, I think so because he's fighting a young, up and coming fighter that's very dangerous. So, I think so.
Yeah, I'll give Boots the credit because he's actually fighting the champion at 154. So he's fighting the champion.
Yeah.
It's no difference to when. See, everybody's cool with Boots fighting Xander, but nobody was cool with Devin fighting Mario Barrios. To me, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. To me, the thing that I'm really kind of looking forward to is, Gwen will still make an excellent point. Like, is Boots really gonna get credit when he beats him? If that really was to transpire, or are they gonna see something similar to David Morrell, like, oh, he wasn't ready yet? Well, I mean, if you calling for it, you feel you're ready. So at the end of the day, whether we got somebody like a J Rock or somebody like a David Morrell, if you stepping up in competition and people don't feel you ready for it, if you feel you ready for it, then hey, more power to you.
Facts.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree 100%. But yeah, I think this is going to be an interesting fight, even though I'll pick Boots. We all basically pick Boots to win, but Xander got
He got skills now.
He got skills, so it's not going to be totally easy for Boots at all. But I'll say that for last. Let's go ahead and get into it. So Lane Kiffin came out and basically he's no longer invited to the social club of the Ole Miss alum anymore because he blew up their spot. He pretty much said that basically it's still segregated over there. Even though I call bullcrap, I because, and shout out to brother Big Joe, he pointed out where I think Lane Kiffin is basically the same person. He has the same character. He's trying to point the finger at Ole Miss. I think what happened, I don't have the details, but in my opinion, one of them good old boys over there, Ole Miss, pissed him off, or he don't like them, or whatever the case may be. So he's trying to make the spot hot for you good, so Powell. So he's trying to make this spot hot for Ole Miss, which I mean, this Mississippi is hella racist, but so is anywhere else.
Anywhere else in the SEC you won't see.
Yes, sir. Even Rutgers, like Rutgers in New York, Rutgers is the name of the I forget his first name, but the name of the dude that this Rutgers is named after, he owned slaves. So it's just not the South. You know what I'm saying? It's everywhere. But what's going on with Lane Kiffin just pointing out Ole Miss? What's going on? Big Joe, you brought it to our attention, and I wanted to bring it up, and I did a little research on it. What's your opinion on this? You on mute?
No, I'm right here. I got you. What Lane is doing is he's still catching heat for leaving Ole Miss. He didn't leave Ole Miss on the best of terms. Right. Everywhere that Lane Kiffin has been, he has not left on the best of terms. Well, if it was Tennessee, USC, Alabama, Ole Miss, whatever, Lane Kiffin has never left, and he's done it the right way. You know, some coaches will say, "Hey, I got a job offer. I'm gonna mull it over. Can you guys match it? This and this." You know, be a little transparency with the program. Now I know college football is cutthroat, you know, but Lane Kiffin does have some Nick Saban in him to where, you know, he gonna dip off on you mid-season if the price is right. Right. You know what I mean? So he's bringing that up to say, well, you know, y'all getting on me for leaving Ole Miss, but it was hard being at Ole Miss. I mean, I couldn't get recruits to come to Oxford, Mississippi because of the racism and the segregation and the Confederate flags and blah, 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 you know. So, you know, he's trying to spin it that way to say, you know, that's one of the reasons why I left. I couldn't recruit because it was in Oxford, Mississippi. I couldn't sit next to a black player and ask a black parent, please bring your black child to Oxford, Mississippi. That's literally what he was saying. You know, so, but you know, so he tried to point out the lineage of Mississippi, but meanwhile, Louisiana has a lineage as well. You know, the Louisiana Tigers. Yeah, the Louisiana Tiger is not named after an actual tiger. It's named after a battalion that slaughtered a lot of free Black Americans and whatnot. So, you know, LSU has his history as well. But, you know, for him to say he left Ole Miss because he couldn't recruit and it's a good old boy network, he's the same one who has voted for Donald Trump and has actually have LSU hats that say "Make America Great Again." So you complaining about Ole Miss's bigotry, but meanwhile you're supporting bigotry when it comes to the whole country. So, you know, it sounds good, but Lane Kiffin is a snake. He's a weasel. He's not somebody who's of upstanding class, you know. So I will take what he says with a grain of salt, but he's just throwing rocks trying to hide his hand. You know, that's kind of what them people do. You know, they will say, hey, look at them, but don't look at me. He'll point out everybody else's bigotry. But meanwhile, you know, you're supporting the bigotry that's going on in America right now. So, you know, all I got to say is you better win.
Right.
You better win. You know what I mean? You could have won at Ole Miss, but you left mid-season. You know, they literally went to the playoffs and won some games without you. So if you would have stayed, who knows? You could have got them over the hump. Maybe a play caller too would have got him going, you know. So, and the fact that that quarterback, he didn't transfer to LSU with you, he stayed where he was at, you know, that speaks volumes as well. Normally, if the head coach lead, the quarterback gonna go right, right with it, but he stayed. So, and of course, Ole Miss pulled some shenanigans and got him to where he gonna play his 6-year option. But shout out to Ole Miss. But
who you talking about, Trinidad Chambliss?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because in his NCAA ruling of them repelling his 6-year option was overturned in the Supreme Court in Mississippi. So, you know. So, shout out to the good old NIL, but let's talk about the other payola going on in the NCAA. But anyways,
Man,
Facts.
and then
but mm-hmm,
in Baton Rouge and Coach can attest that him actually being from there, or familiar with the area. Uh,
mm-hmm,
Back in the day, slave days, especially during the Civil War days, in the roads of Baton Rouge, they will
mm,
behead a lot of the slaves, and then if you were in the days, if back in the days, if you were entering the city of Baton Rouge, you'll see for each mile
mm-hmm,
a pike with
mm-hmm,
a beheaded slave on the road
mm-hmm.
to Baton Rouge. So come on, bruh.
I even say this. I've been to an LSU game, beautiful stadium. Hey, walking through the parking lot. Hey. Shout out to all the sisters in Louisiana. My lady from Louisiana, so she know what it is. But not too far from the LSU stadium is also the Whitney Plantation. It's the only slave-based plantation in America. Well, I've been over there too. That ain't too far from LSU. I didn't walk the grounds of the ancestors and felt the pain and anguish and felt the spirits of the ancestors. So Nick Saban, Nick Saban too. He on that time too. So Nick Saban and Lane Kiffin can say whatever they want. You dig what I'm saying? But you can't condone bigotry, but you're supporting and reigning supreme in bigotry. So Lane Kiffin is just being the weasel that he always is.
Like I said, he can't go to that Ole Miss country club anymore. He just in Louisiana. That's all. He don't like them good old boys. But now he with the good old boys of Louisiana now, or
I,
LSU.
I believe I believe didn't they try to repeal all the black votes in Louisiana? Didn't they just went through that right now? Something like
They
that? And
they did. We talked about this Friday on HBCU Fanatics. There was this
Yeah.
guy, I can't remember the brother's name. He spent 28 years in prison because he was falsely convicted of a crime that he didn't commit. Evidently, they must have like DNA evidence or whatever.
yeah,
Like after the
and they
fact, now,
withheld it. Yeah.
yeah. So basically, what happened is, well, they might not have had that type of technology back then, but he spent 28 years in prison for a crime he didn't commit. And when he tried to, uh, like, sue the state and get wrongful conviction money, this white lady, as some kind of commissioner or whatever, like a high-ranking state official, while he was in prison, he ended up getting a law degree, and basically she was like, "Look, hey, you're not gonna be the practice law if you go through with this lawsuit." So he, he recanted his lawsuit, whatever the case may be. He just ran for either state senate or state representative or Congress or whatever ran for, and he ended up winning. So this scumbag piece of trash racist governor we got, Jeff Landry, him and the same lady that basically said she was gonna take his law license, not afford him the opportunity to practice law in the state of Louisiana. These two individuals basically, they pretty much like snatched his win, and they trying to gerrymander the district that we are
Right.
speaking of now. So basically, they're constructing it to where, even though he won this race fair and square, they trying to
Mm.
restructure the district to where somebody white would win that particular district.
Oh
And
yeah.
and,
Oh
and
yeah.
basically, he got there, he spoke, and he made it clear, like, look, hey, this same lady, she prevented me from getting my wrongful lawsuit money for spending all these years in prison for a crime I didn't commit. Then I finally win this election, and basically you snatching this away from me also. So he talked about this same lady, and of course, like I said, this governor Jeff Landry, he ain't nothing but a scumbag piece of trash racist as far as I'm concerned. So at the end of the day, Louisiana is no different than Mississippi. Louisiana is the same in all these categories, even though they claim they made a quantum leap recently. Whether it's education, this, that, and the third, wherever Mississippi is ranked, Louisiana is ranked also. Wherever Mississippi at in terms of racism, Louisiana is the same also. So this is just not the South, this is the deep South. So for Lane Kiffin to make it seem like LSU is so much better than Ole Miss, man, that's like saying 6 is better than a half a dozen. Come on, bro. Like, that's insane to me. And not only that, I done been a couple LSU games. Of course, one of these games, LSU was playing against Southern, so I guess they really don't count as much. But I did go to a ULM game. But the issue with me going to the ULM game with my ex at the time was the fact that it's not an SEC game. You know, nobody thought that ULM would pose a real threat to LSU because LSU is the flagship school of the state. So for the most part, hell, we was able to get 50-yard line seats for like fucking $40. You know what I'm saying? So nobody really was checking for ULM. Them people were trying to offload those tickets and damn near couldn't give them away. You know what I'm saying? So they really wasn't checking for LSU playing ULM. I went to that game. However, not even a whole 3 hours ago, my mom was telling me that somebody she knew had some family members or whatever that was going to LSU game, and they were sitting in the student section. And basically, people was throwing pennies and peanuts and other foreign objects at these particular young black girls sitting in the student section at an LSU game. So for him to talk about the racism at Ole Miss, like I said, that's like saying, hey, Ole Miss is a half a dozen and Ole Miss is bad, but LSU is 6. It's the exact same. So at the end of the day, man, I don't want to hear this about Lane Kiffin. And Big Joe brought up an excellent point, whether we talking about USC, or Tennessee, or Ole Miss. Man, all these places Lane Kiffin has never left on the best of terms. Like I said, whether we talking about USC, whether we talking about the Raiders, whether we talking about the Tennessee Volunteers, whether we talking about Ole Miss, he's never left on good terms. So at the end of the day, I feel like my ex, he a high-level hypocrite. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you talk to a chick and she complaining about all the stuff you doing, she wants you to be faultless, but she got an infinite amount of flaws. He is that individual. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, I don't hear nothing but Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin is a hypocrite. Basically, he left Ole Miss to come to LSU for $90 million. So at the end of the day, dude, they're going to expect you to win, and they're going to expect you to win off the flap. I mean, truthfully speaking, it's the same for Marshall Faulk. Even though Southern was historically bad this year, they're going to give him some time to maybe a couple seasons to really kind of turn things around at Southern. But LSU, man, Lane Kiffin better win off the flap. I might be willing to say he damn near got to make the playoffs this coming year. So at the end of the day, he ain't in no position to talk. I view him as a high-level hypocrite as far as I'm concerned.
Coach, I'll let you have it because you from Louisiana and you know what's going on. And, man, so yeah, all you can. Lane Kiffin can kiss my ass with all that. You ain't slick. JB, what's your thoughts? I know pretty much Coach and Big Joe pretty much killed it and cooked it. But do you have any thoughts on this topic?
Hey, just man, listen to what Coach 67 in town was saying. Lane just full of shit, man. And because he's not over there anymore, he's gonna try to make excuses of why he wasn't successful over there, or as Joe said, why he wasn't successful, or the reasons why he left. But I think he jumped ship too early because Ole Miss was in the playoffs and they were a threat, actually. You know what I'm saying? In the playoffs. So we'll see. Town perfectly said he better win. Because if he don't win, then we 100% know. We already know you full of shit, but not everybody else in the world know that you gonna be full of shit. And you ain't gonna be invited to no country club. Louisiana, Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Nothing in the South, you know? So.
Facts. Before we move on, brothers, is there anything else y'all want to mention?
Oh, one other thing I want to point out, y'all talked about plantations. I mean, y'all to realize I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Literally, as we speak, here where where I'm from in Barrow, Louisiana, literally, I could drive all up and down the Mississippi River. Whether we talking about St. James, whether we talking about like Assumption Parish, Ascension Parish, whatever the case may be, I pass by a ridiculous amount of plantations all the time.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, like, you know, for anybody to get here and sit here and say, hey, that Louisiana is any better than Ole Miss from a moral standpoint in regards to anything slave related, they need to shut the F up. So as far as I'm concerned, Lane Kiffin don't have no credence. He can't sell me no bull crap because I'm from Louisiana. I live here my whole life. I could literally, within driving distance right now, like less than 5 minutes, take you to a plantation in this area or places where slave quarters were, or whatever the case may be. So you can't sell me the BS. You know what I'm saying?
And Coach,
So
you said, you were talking. You said a lot of like the neighborhoods where you stay on. I can't remember where you stay, your mama stay. Used to be old sugarcane fields where the slaves would get the sugarcane.
Literally, I can go in. I don't know if you go to my channel, you might see me by this church that's literally right across the street from my mom's house. Right, you can see like literally as I'm shooting the video, you can see the sugarcane in the backyard. If I go in either direction, if I walked out this house and I walked in the backyard, I could show you a picture of sugarcane in one direction. Or if I, instead of walking out the back door, if I walk out the front door and walk across the street to the church, I can show you sugarcane field in the other direction. So there's literally sugarcane fields in between this street and the next street going in one direction, and on the other side of the church going the other direction. So yeah, like literally, I can show you right now. I can show you 2 sugarcane fields right now. If I went outside and I turned this camera on, I can show you, hey, you got sugarcane here, you got sugarcane here. In fact, just to kind of prove it to you, the next video I do on my channel, I'm not even gonna point the camera at myself. I'm just gonna point the camera at the sugarcane field, and people gonna ask me like, hey, what is sugarcane field at? Oh, this Barrows, Louisiana. So at the end of the day, like Lane Kiffin can say that Oxford, Mississippi, Baton Rouge, Louisiana is no better than Oxford, Mississippi. So at the end of the day, you got 6 in one hand and half a dozen in the other.
Big Joe look like you about to say something.
I'll also say this. Y'all know I played at Louisville. Our rival school was the University of Kentucky. That's in the SEC. I say I played at Kentucky, and I've seen what's going on there, and I see also what's going on at Louisville too. You know, so Louisville's not in the SEC, but you can go outside and you can see Confederate flags on trucks, Confederate flag belt buckles, shirts, phone cases, and everything. I've been to a county called Bullitt County where, boy, they looked at me like if you didn't play football, boy, you wouldn't be alive right now. You know what I mean? So I've also played at West Virginia where everybody in the whole crowd was white. And they called us monkeys and niggers and all that kind of stuff. Meanwhile, the quarterback was black and Pat White, and their running back was Noel Devine. You know, so I've also been to a town called Lewiston, Idaho, which is a little bit outside of Washington State, where, they go to towns like that to get away from folks like us. You think what I'm saying? So it ain't just in the SEC; it's pretty much all across the country. You know what I mean? So, like you said, Rutgers. We live in America, Jack. So racism in America is just like peanut butter and jelly.
They go together. Right. Yeah, but just because you don't have a lot of content creators, especially brothers, that they may not or may not have the discernment to catch the deception he's trying to do, and they going, oh yeah, Lane Kiffin, he saying it real, he's saying real stuff, and that, like, yeah, watch that dude, he ain't slick. But but before we move on, is there anything else y'all want to say about this topic?
Now, I'm gonna leave it there because guess what? I can literally do an entire show just strictly on this topic right here, but we got other things to address, so let's keep it pushing,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. right. And SoPal had to drop off, so I appreciate him for taking time of his day to hop on. But just on a lighter note, man, just we used to do this, and I want to bring it back, man. This was fun. Top of your head, man. Your top 5 most underrated NFL defensive linemen, most slept on defensive playmakers in the league or in the past. So I'm gonna put some of y'all on the spot.
Who you going to first, bro?
I'm gonna go you, Coach.
All right. I sat here and I kind of compiled the list. This ain't no real order. At the top of my list, I had Dexter Manley. I think he probably most underrated defensive lineman in NFL history, in my opinion. I think the reason being because he got overshadowed by Lawrence Taylor. So Dexter Manley. I got Cortez Kennedy. Mean Joe Green. I kind of have an asterisk by him because I think he get his credit. To Claude Humphrey, Kevin Williams, Fred Dean. Oh, Richard Dent, definitely. Richard Dent is one of the most slept-on defensive linemen of all time. I'm going to go Bryant Young, L.C. Greenwood, Justin Smith, even though he kind of like a hybrid modern-day guy. Michael Dean Perry, who is the brother of William Refrigerator Perry. Neil Smith. Oh, Neil Smith, definitely. Jared Allen was a dog. Chris Dolman. Oh my goodness, he was a dog.
I said top 5 because you give me 25.
No. I'm just saying this is the list I compiled. No real
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Leslie O'Neal. And even though this kind of like a cheat code for me, I'm a Saints fan. Pat Swilling really was an outside linebacker, but is an edge, elite level pass rusher. I think he probably the most underrated pass rusher of all time. So just to kind of condense this list, I'm gonna go Dexter Manley, Cortez Kennedy, Richard Dent, Bryant Young, and Neil Smith. And for honorable mention, I'm gonna go Chris Dolman and Pat Swilling. Even though Pat Swilling really a linebacker.
Okay. I see what you're doing. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Big Joe, I'm gonna put you on the spot. Your top 5 or honorable mentions, so however you want to do it, on top of your head.
Well, Coach, to name everybody, you ain't leave nothing for nobody else. Let me see.
I know, right?
Coach named everybody. No order. Geno Atkins for sure. I don't think he get the love like my dog Aaron Donald gets. So Geno Atkins for sure.
We know Baltimore Ravens fans know about Geno Atkins. He gave us fits for years. Go ahead.
Yeah, Geno, that dude. Geno Atkins. O.C. Umanura.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
O.C. don't get no love at all. You know, O.C. and him on that line, with Justin Tuck and Michael Strahan. Yeah, and
Pierre Paul.
Yeah. Shout out to O.C. No, he gets love. Let me see. We all cold-blooded for this list. Dana Stubblefield. I don't think he gets the kind of love that Brian Young gets.
Okay. The one is.
He highly
played for the 49ers.
Even though he went through his case and everything, and a lot of folks, he got cleared of that, but it's still staying his name. So Dana Stubblefield. I say Booger McFarland. Booger McFarland don't get the amount of credit Warren Sapp get either. Booger McFarland was a dog, man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So,
he was a dog all the way back to LSU.
Yeah.
Well, you don't get the nickname Booger and be soft.
For sure. Shout out to Booger McFarland. So Booger McFarland need one more. I need one more. Let me see. Close to named everybody in the whole league now. So let me see. um, I'm gonna go with somebody. I'm gonna go with nah. I ain't gonna say him. He kind of gets some love.
What up, Ant Bolton? What's up, man?
I was gonna say Dexter Lawrence, but he gets some love. He gets some love. I'm talking about guys who are underrated. I'm gonna go with an OG. Shout out to my dog Gilbert Brown. Gilbert Brown don't get no love.
Okay.
Gilbert Brown, the grave digger.
Gilbert Brown can walk, so big old Lodi Nada can fly. You dig what I'm saying? So shout out to Gilbert Brown, man.
Oh, Gilbert Brown was a beast. And man, that's a hell of a fire list, Big Joe.
Yeah, it is.
I appreciate you. You know, I can't play three. Well, you know, I know some folks, you know, they play a sport and don't know their history, you know, but that ain't me, you know. But
oh no, yeah.
Exactly.
I feel you on that.
I ain't Tank Davis over here. You know what I mean? Let me see.
But
Right.
I'm gonna give. Go ahead.
No, go, Big Joe. I want to piggyback off what you were saying after you finish.
I'll throw in one more. Oh man. Come on, I guess. He don't get no love, even though he's a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna say DeMarcus Ware. DeMarcus Ware don't get no love. I mean, Von Miller literally said, if it weren't for DeMarcus Ware, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. So DeMarcus Ware was a dog, you know, but he don't get the love that Dwight Freeney get, or you know, or like Julius Pepper get, you know, or Michael Strahan get. But yeah, you know, he won the ones for sure.
That's a damn good list. Oh, okay. Let me get mine. Go ahead, Coach.
Before you go,
you had to
let me
say
pick it back
something.
off something Big Joe was saying. You know, when I said Dexter Manley was number one on my list, Big Joe made a very good point. I think the reason why Dexter Manley don't get pushed as much as he should is because, you know, he ended up going to prison. His off the field issues, you know, them saying that he was basically illiterate, those type of things. I think those type of negative things is the reason why he didn't really get the love that he really deserved. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was a valid point that Big Joe made.
Yeah, very valid, man. And that's why I'm glad we picked this topic for underrated defensive linemen. Because there's a lot of you sit back and think there's a couple that really don't get the love, or a lot actually. JB.
Well, first I gotta go with the Ravens. I'm gonna go with Tony Siragusa, man. No, I'm gonna go with two. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Tony Siragusa and Big Sam Adams. And in that 2000 Ravens defense, we always hear about, Michael Bower, Ray Lewis,
Michael McCreary,
Jamie Sharper, and people like that. But we never talk about how good that interior lineman was. Tony Siragusa he could move for a dude for his side, same as Big Sam Adams, taking up double teams. And,
rest in peace, Siragusa. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, man. And I'm gonna go with somebody we met when we was little.
I'm sorry. One question. I'm sorry. My bad, JB.
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
Is Ray Lewis that good if he not behind a Sam Adams and
Tony Siragusa?
Tony Siragusa. Shannon Sharp say Tony Siragusa.
That's debatable. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna, and I like Ray Lewis, but his coon self. But anyway, that's debatable.
Is Sugar actually Sugar without them big boys up there, or is he just sweetener? You dig what I'm saying?
I think he is. I think.
Oh, okay. Well, in Miami, it was behind Warren Sapp. Now I'm just saying. He happened to be
Damn, he
behind a
did
whole
go to
bunch of
Miami.
great D linemen. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I mean, because like you said, he's been with good old linemen
all his
and
career.
all
Good D
his
lineman.
career. Yeah, so I don't.
Mm.
That's one of those. That's one of those good questions when you think about it.
That's a whole that's a whole episode. I just want to throw that
Yes,
out there.
so
I'm sorry.
yes, sir.
I'm,
Continue on, Miss
I'm
JB. My bad.
no. We fine. We fine. We what I'm saying this is the Southern Barber Show. We love these topics like this. So it's kind of like what Coach was saying that like everybody give Brian. Yeah, I mean, well not Brian, but Bill Belichick all this love, but if people forget about when he was with the Browns and the Jets, if he didn't look up with the Patriots and find Tom Brady and Drew Bledsoe got hurt, would he be this good? Same with Tom Brady. If Drew Bledsoe didn't get hurt and if his coach was at Bill Belichick, would there be how good would be Tom Brady be? Yeah, how good would Tom Brady be if he was on the Browns? You know what I'm saying? So that's a question where you can just think about. But back to my list. I did pick Tony Siragusa, Big Sam Adams. I'm gonna pick a name that y'all gonna know, but that's gonna be respected, but nobody don't bring him up enough. Big Ted Washington. You know what I'm saying? Ted Washington was a monster. And
Actually, Ted Washington, y'all brothers can hear
mhm.
me. Big Ted Washington was actually one of shout out to my agent who passed away, um, Angelo Wright. Angelo Wright, his client was Ted Washington. So shout out to Ted Washington.
Man, Ted
Yeah,
Washington
we
was
met
a
him in real
dog.
life. He was real nice. But he told this one
And
lady, there I go ahead, JB. That's another story.
no, go ahead, tell the story. You go tell the story.
Yeah, he was at an autograph signing. He was real nice when we were little, and this lady kept on bugging him and tried poking at him while his back was turned while he was talking to someone, and he turned around real quick and said no, and turned back speak to who he was speaking with. But other than that, he was real nice, man. He just I just saw that was my first time seeing a famous person tell a fan which understandable because she was annoying. But go ahead, JB.
And this is gonna go old. This is gonna hurt me. This is gonna be a Steeler. Casey Hampton.
Yeah,
Casey Hampton don't get the love he deserved. He helped. Even in
Facts.
the Pittsburgh podcast, James Harrison came out and said, "Hey man, you helped us. You like you were saying with Ray Lewis, Joe. He was, hey man, you helped us eat. We wouldn't have done none of the shit we would have done without Casey Hampton. You know what I'm saying? And this dude, and then my fifth dude, he was a dog, but he just been on just bad franchises. Big Sean Rogers
yes, sir.
on the Browns and the Lions.
Sean Rogers.
And my honorable mention is Norman Hand, the Big Woo, for the Saints fans out there.
Oh man, that ball was a slob hole. When I say slob hole, he the meaning of that right there, man. Norman Hand, man, he was a space eater for real.
Okay.
And just to kind of touch on JB point too, JB made an excellent point also. Man, I'm not gonna lie, Lawrence Taylor talked about Bill Belichick. I mean, maybe this was I don't know how recent this interview was. It had to be old. Man, he was talking with a whole lot of disrespect to Belichick. Was like, man, we didn't respect that dude. That dude was a special teams like assistant back in the gap when he first started with the Giants. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, LT talking with a whole lot of disrespect to Belichick. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
But let me go ahead and get my list out of the way. Y'all made it hard for me. Okay. I gotta get my football knowledge on. Okay. All right, gotta dig deep in. Okay, so I'm gonna go Elvis Dumerville, Joe's fellow Louisville alumni. Everybody know he a dog, but he's not talked about enough.
No, he's not.
I want to go with Chester McLaughlin.
Big Chester.
Woo! That was a good one right there.
Shout out to
my dad and my uncle played with him. Or played.
You mean against him?
Yeah, he was at the rival school. This joker too, because Big Ted Washington was one of mine. Damn it, JB. Okay, so Chester McLaughlin, Elvis Dumerville.
Oh, shout out to Elvis, U of L alumni. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dude. We made it hard for you, didn't we?
Yes, sir. Y'all did. Hard as hell.
Well, Jerry, you should probably say Justin Tuck. I mentioned him earlier, but Justin Tuck is underrated for sure.
Yeah, Justin Tuck, yeah. But I feel like he, on my list, to me, he get his love.
Yeah, I don't lie. Tuck do get a lot of love, you know.
I don't know. I see Justin Tuck get more love for working at Goldman Sachs than being a D lineman.
Hilarious.
Damn.
Former NFL player, now working at Goldman Sachs. Oh, what a fella.
So that's funny right there. I want to go with y'all. Okay, this is y'all remember Big Kyle Williams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He played on those bad Buffalo teams in the early mid 2010s, in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Big old husky white boy play nose guard. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. He
was a dog.
Yeah, he was a dog, but he didn't get the love because he was on bad teams. That's 3. Man, y'all make I want to go with John Abraham. Everybody knows he's a dog, but when it comes to
there's actually a good one. John Abraham on
yes, sir.
Probably the best, one of the best defenders on that Michael Vick led Atlanta Falcons team. Yeah. John Abraham was a dog.
Everybody in his day, everybody knew he was good, but he was overshadowed by the Dwight Freeney's. Well, that's 4. That's 4,
yeah,
right?
I think that's 4.
Yeah, that's 4.
You got one more.
I'm gonna go. I had it on the tip of my tongue too.
Jared done kicked himself off.
Let me see. Hold on.
I got one more for y'all. Bam, I'm out of here. Tune in next week if you want to hear what I got to say.
I done kicked myself out thinking about it too hard. So that's okay. So Chester McLaughlin, Elvis Dumerville, Kyle Williams, John Abraham.
I know we ain't Googling now.
Mm-mm.
Okay, let's check in. I know we ain't Googling now.
No, think about all the defensive linemen that I grew up watching.
I got about 1 or 2 more for y'all. I'll let you finish.
All right. I'm gonna go with Simeon Rice.
Okay, yeah,
Oh,
okay. Shout out to Simeon Rice, yes sir.
Yeah,
Yes sir.
That was a good choice right there, you know.
Yeah, we always talk about
number
Warren
97
Sapp.
with the sleeves up to the elbows, yes sir.
Yeah,
Yep, we always talk about Warren Sapp and Derrick Brooks. We don't hear about the brother on the other side. You right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So that's my 5. Took me a while, but y'all ate up all the.
No, coach did. No, you know, hey.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I had a stupid list, you know what I'm saying?
We doing all the defensive line, so we doing all the edges, D line, slot halls, defensive ends, all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that may be thinking the whole made me click the wrong button, click myself off. But who you got, Big Joe? You said you got 2 more.
I got 1 more for sure. He might not have lived up to the hype of his career, but I thought that he was a dog when he played. Shout out to my dog Mario Williams.
Oh yes, sir.
Yeah.
Mario Williams was the number 1 overall pick, you know, but again, he played for the Texans. You know, that's when the Texans were the Texans. So, shout out to Mario Williams. I thought he was a dog.
He was a problem.
Hey, shout out to the Texans for taking him instead of Reggie Bush. You know what I'm saying?
What's his brother's name? It's gonna bother me. He played for the Cardinals and he played for the Niners. I should know his name. He went to Florida State. I think of his name right now. D lineman. That's gonna bother me. On the tip of my tongue too. See, I'm about to kick my own self off like Jared in a minute.
Interior lineman. Is he interior lineman or
three technique, went to Florida State, then he got drafted by the Cardinals, ended up playing for the Niners.
Oh, Darnell Dawkins.
There you go, Darnell Dawkins. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, he was a problem.
Darnell Dockett. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, he was a dog too, you know.
Yeah.
I got 1 more for y'all.
Okay.
Y'all remember
one more before we go.
Patrick Kearney.
I don't remember him.
Me neither.
He was a defensive line. He played for the Atlanta Falcons and the Seahawks. White boy was cold on the D line.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't remember him.
Okay.
He played on the other side of John Abraham. He was with the Falcons.
Did anybody say Robert Mathis?
Nope.
Robert Mathis I ain't gonna lie. I feel
get
like
all kind of love.
Get love.
Okay. Okay. Just checking. My bad. I'm sorry.
Because those 2 duos were feared, bro.
Freeney and Mathis. Yeah. And of course, Mathis get a lot of love in the HBCU realm too, you know.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And Bolton said, I don't know who was better, Booger McFarland or Vince Wilfork. But Vince Wilfork get hella love.
Stupid love.
And Big Joe said Booger McFarland. Oh, I remember him, J6 Jonathan Babineau. Yeah, he played with the Seahawks and the Falcons. And he was solid. He was solid. Robert Matt, yeah, we just talk about Robert Matt. He get love. What up, Trill Will? Just talk
Man,
about
salute the Trill Will you did.
So Will.
Trill Will. And Bolton said, so we ain't gonna go no Russell Maryland love. I ain't gonna lie, Russell Maryland, yeah, he's a definition of underrated defensive lineman. And not a lot of people talk about him. That's a good one.
Russell Maryland get love?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I was thinking the same thing Joe thinks.
Where?
Russell Maryland get love all the time.
All the time.
Every time they talk about those Hurricane teams, always bring up Russell Maryland and Warren Sapp. He get love?
Oh, yeah. I forgot he was a
King.
A Hurricane, yeah.
So I'm in agreement with Big Joe on that one.
No, y'all right. I'll let y'all have it. Y'all right. I forgot he was a Hurricane. Chad Green, well, he more like an outside linebacker, not really D line, J6. He was a dog for the Vikings.
Yeah, he kind of fit in my Pat Swilling category. Pat Swilling really was, to me, was an outside linebacker, 3-4 outside linebacker. But since they was like the greatest linebacker core of all time, he played a lot as an edge in terms of being a pass rusher. So I think he kind of fit to that Pat Swilling category, you know.
Okay. Yeah, y'all may had to make me think after Josh JB took a lot. So I was gonna pretty much.
Yeah, anybody else underrated? I don't even remember. I mean, we going back to the 90s and 80s, you know. I know it's probably some brothers, you know. I mean, we all, we around the late 90s, 2000s, and 10s, you know. So we kind of around that range. But I know there's some guys in the 80s who ain't getting no love, you know.
Yeah, we know that. Yeah, we ain't that damn old. Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guarantee you, a lot of people don't even know who Dexter Manley is. You feel?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's going way back. Dexter Manley. I ain't really see him play really like that.
Dexter Manley was a dog, but like I said, the fact that he went to prison, he had drug issues. Then on top of that, he was synonymous with being illiterate. All of those things I think kind of overshadowed him. But the thing that really overshadowed him was the fact that those Redskin defenses were like literally in the same time frame as Lawrence Taylor, and Lawrence Taylor pretty much overshadowed everybody in that era, even Derek Thomas,
I got one more for y'all.
Big John Henderson, he get his love, especially in Jack. He was known for getting slapped before the game.
And he was like 6'7" or something like that.
Yeah, he was a big dude.
Jason Babin, dude. That's a good one. Jason Babin, yeah.
And that Stroud dude they playing next to him. Go ahead.
What y'all know about Justin Smith?
Justin Smith from
the 49ers?
Yeah.
49ers and the Bengals.
He played for the Bengals, yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Justin Smith.
No, I mentioned Justin Smith, Big Joe.
You did? Oh, what me? You named about 30 niggas. I don't know. And named everybody. Let me see. Kobe, LeBron, Jordan, Will Chamberlain, Michael Irvin, Julius Irvin, John Stockton, Karl Malone, King Olajuwon. Damn.
You're right, though. You're right. I did.
Iceman Irvin, Bill Russell.
Ricky Jackson was a linebacker, wasn't he?
Who?
Ricky Jackson.
He was. That's why I say. We talk about Pat Swilling, Ricky Jackson, Sam Mills, Vaughn Johnson. That was the dawn patrol for the Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To me, that's still the best defense of all time. You know,
I got something for y'all. Somebody that was pretty good in like the 2010s. What y'all think about B.J. Rogers?
B.J. Rogers.
Oh, B.J. Rogers from Boston College.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the one that used to do the discount double check dance
Yeah,
when
with the
he running
Packers.
the
Yeah,
dance. Yeah, with
think.
the
What?
Packers.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I think B.J. Rogers kind of fit to that same category as Gilbert Brown. Imagine if Gilbert Brown and B.J. Rogers would have played together for the Packers. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't have been able to run up the middle at all.
No.
So is B.J. Rogers considered somebody who's underrated or maybe not live up to his potential?
I wouldn't say live up to potential because he retired early, so he could about. It's not like while he was playing. Oh yeah, he had some up and down. He was a dog while playing. He just cut his career short.
He played like 6 years, right? Something like that.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I thought he played 8.
Nah, he had technically he had well, he the NFL is not for long, but it was a blessing for him to play 6 years, but he could have played longer if he wanted to.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie, Rogers was a dog though to me.
He was.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, shout out to B.J. Rogers for sure.
So Henderson and Haynesworth in college were lethal in college. I ain't know they played together. That's some bull.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie. Haynesworth at the top of his superpowers was kind of like at the time like the most dominant defensive tackle / nose guard I saw. But once he got that $100 million contract, it was like the Titanic was sinking. It's like, damn, bro. You got paid and you became lazy, bro.
Cause I think you cut out, bro.
Say that again, bro.
Were you done?
Oh no. Yeah, I was done. I was basically saying, before he got the $100 million contract, Haynesworth at the time, he was like one of the most dominant nose guards I ever seen in my whole life.
Yes, it was.
He was doing some of the stuff. He was doing some of the stuff in the NFL that, as a coach, I saw middle school nose guards do, the players I coached. But once he got that $100 million contract, it was like he just became fat and lazy, and he was like, "Look, hey, I'm not a nose guard. I don't play the 0 technique. I'm a 3 technique defensive tackle. Damn it!" So I'm like, bro, for $100 million, I don't care if you put me in a 1-6 defense. Come on, bro. You getting $100 million, dude? What you talking about? So yeah, Haynesworth, bro. Once he got that money, he just fell off after that.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, his little hissy fit on the sideline overshadows how much of a dog he was before that for that money. So yeah, you're right.
Anybody bring up Jerome Brown? Coach Brown, you brought up Jerome Brown too?
No, I didn't bring up Jerome Brown. Jerome Brown, he was a super dog, him,
Yeah, Don Terry Pope, he had a little good 2-3 cups of coffee. He was good.
How about the fridge? Anybody bring up the fridge?
Yeah, Coach did. The brothers.
I brought up his brother. I didn't bring up the fridge. Don't get me wrong, the fridge was good, but I mean the fridge is on a historically great defensive line with Richard Dent and Steve McMichaels and Mike Singletary. I mean, they had so many dogs. I felt like he was a little bit overhyped, if you ask me.
Yeah. A lot of people say his brother was better.
I said it. I said his brother was better during my list,
Yeah. Like I said, you naming them down. I couldn't remember. My bad.
No, I ain't gonna lie. Hey, Big Joe, right? I probably ran off about 20 people on that list,
Did you bring up Keith Traylor?
I didn't.
Keith Traylor was, that's underrated. Yeah.
And we don't bring and John Randall don't get enough love as it.
Yes, he do.
Oh hell no, you wrong with that one, JB.
Yeah, you wrong.
John Randall get major love.
What?
Oh, yeah.
I don't feel like he don't get enough
type of love.
Man, yes indeed.
He considered, as far as when you talking about your undersized lineman, You know what I mean? He's definitely one of the
Without
main
John
come up.
Randall, there is no Aaron Donald. Not even close.
Facts.
This why we know John Randall get love. For Big Joe to say on his show that John Randall crawled so Aaron Donald could fly, you know he get love.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I
He get
stand
love.
corrected.
Yeah, no. He get a
I
whole
stand
lot of love.
corrected.
Because the typical D lineman want to be about my size. 6'4", 295, 290, maybe 300, maybe 315. You know, nobody was getting D linemen who were 5'10", 5'11", 6 feet. You know, and then as soon as then when they low, they around like 5'9". Nobody was doing that. Everybody wanted a big D lineman. You know, everybody wanted like one of them big old boys. But
Gilbert Brown.
yeah, no, yeah, man, it's Aaron. Yeah, the John Randall, he get a whole lot of love. Man, he on NFL Network every day. 30 for 30 on John Randall and all type of stuff.
I just thought of somebody because I like me and Jerry originally from Carolina, so we watched the Panthers as well in Baltimore. Rucker, no, not Rucker, but Jenkins, Lyman Jenkins. I forgot his first name. Chris Jenkins, 77.
Yes. Yeah, play for the Panthers. Yeah, his son in the league, ain't
he? Yep.
Yeah.
He's Chris and Color Jenkins, like J6 put. Yep.
Yeah.
And another person on the Panthers that is J6, Charles Johnson. Y'all remember Charles Johnson? He could play in the middle. He could play out the edge. Charles Johnson was a dog, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pat Williams.
Spice Adams, yeah.
Yeah. Spice Adams?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He was solid.
He was solid. I don't think he.
No, now.
But I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't put him.
Shout out to Pat Williams. Shout out to Spice Adams, man. He was a rotational lineman. I'll just say that he was somebody, you know what I'm saying. But Pat Williams. Anybody say Pat Williams?
No, I see Kevin Williams. I didn't see Pat Williams.
Okay.
Oh, big Pat Williams, yeah.
I know he a Cowboy. What's his name?
Charles
Jay
Haley?
Ratliff.
Oh, I thought you were saying Charles Haley.
Yeah, Jay Ratliff had a good run, yeah. Do y'all think Michael Bennett get love?
Yup.
Like that?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you do too.
Nah.
I think you do. I don't think his brother who played tight end get love, but I think Michael Bennett do.
Yeah, Martellus. Martellus, thank you.
Yeah, I don't think his brother who's a tight end get love, but he do for sure.
You know JB couldn't even say his name right, so yeah, he don't know.
I'm sure Coach probably said it. Might say Cliff Averill, yeah.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see him. I probably was thinking I think somebody else mentioned Jerome Brown, but no, I didn't see Cliff Averill.
Yeah, Cliff Averill was a dog too.
Yeah,
Cliff was nice.
Jay Ratliff, I was typing as you said it. Yeah, JB said it. I know he got a lot of love, but Big Joe said Geno Atkins. Yeah,
Big Joe.
Yeah, that was the first one I said. Yeah.
But fellas, man, this was fun, man. We gonna go ahead and wrap it up. But Coach, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
You can catch me on Old Hillside Bourbon Company website. Top of
yes, sir.
Old Hillside Bourbon, But aside from that, but on the real though, you can catch me at Coach 67 Sports TV on all social media platforms. However, I'm primarily here on YouTube, I'm constantly dropping clips. I'm getting back into it. We just got 1 week of school left, so I'm gonna finish dropping all those clips for the Southern University 2026 Spring Showcase. And not only that, I got a big surprise for all my members of Jaguar Nation that rock with the channel. I got something big coming up next weekend. But y'all have a blessed, phenomenal Sunday. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Salute to the awesome and amazing LDBC, and peace and blessings to the family. You dig?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, Coach, man, I meant to ask you. I got a question for you, bro. I meant to ask you. Is everybody still complaining about Marshall Faulk?
Hell no, I didn't complain about Marshall Faulk.
Okay. The spring game must have been good then. Okay, let's check.
No, I'm not gonna lie. It was decent, but the thing they still complaining about is the fact that is a huge question mark at the quarterback position. They still didn't get the kind of quarterback that us as members of Jaguar Nation covered. But I believe one of these true freshmen got coming in. I believe one of them young dogs gonna shine. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, Jake Long was a good one too. He's that last one, Jake Long. Yeah, Jake Long was a good one.
Yeah, Jake. Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Jake Long for sure.
Yes, sir. Big Joe, let everybody know where they can meet you and see you.
Yes, sir. You can catch me on all LDBC platforms, showing love to the brothers and sisters of the mighty. You dig what I'm saying? This was a phenomenal show. You know what I mean? Yeah. If y'all enjoy spirits, if y'all enjoy some good bourbon, Old Hillside Bourbon Company, black owned, veteran owned company. Again, the name Old Hillside is named after a predominantly black school in North Carolina that was around in the 20s and 30s. So it was around during the Black Wall Street time. So it was a very predominant high school. So we're talking about a country now that's trying to erase history. Our name is actually history. So again, black owned, veteran owned company, All Hillside Bourbon Company. We got the summer coming up. I see everybody getting ready for July 4th already. So if you want to celebrate during the summer, get you some Old Hillside, get you a nice little cigar. Enjoy the summer. Y'all have a good week. Hey, UFL. I don't want to hear nobody talk about ain't nothing to watch on TV, ain't nothing but baseball and hockey. UFL. Man, support the league, because after a while, y'all gonna be complaining about the Cardinals playing the Titans. Y'all gonna be complaining about the Seahawks versus the versus the Vikings. Y'all gonna find something to complain about. So just enjoy the football we got, because if y'all like an underdog story, the UFL is full of guys who are underdogs, who are trying to make a team, who are either on practice squads or whatnot. You're gonna have some guys who are gonna be playing football for the past 4 or 5 months, then they're gonna have to make an NFL roster. So you're gonna have guys who are gonna be playing football literally all year long. So shout out to the UFL League for giving guys an opportunity, to continue chasing a dream, So, and there has been some guys who went from the UFL to the NFL, so it's definitely possible. So, again, salute to the mighty LDBC, salute to the brothers on the panel. Shout out to my brother Soul Power, aka Construction Cuz, for sliding through. Y'all be easy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And JB, I appreciate you taking time out your day to hop on. Any lasting words, man?
Hey, man, another great show. Man, like Joe said, man, support the UFL, support the European League. It just looked like they just rebooted too, as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna check that out and see how that go, and support, Coach. And if y'all like, subscribe, and we'll talk to y'all next week.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This was another installment of the Southern Baller Show. Y'all be blessed.